What's going on, horror gang? Welcome to our Shot 'em Six Times YouTube horror movie channel. As you know, I'm your host, Marcus. Please be sure to shoot that like button, subscribe to the channel. So also shoot that notification icon to get all of these content updates to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about the breaking news that we have coming out of Scream 6. Legendary Final Girl and Scream franchise queen Neve Campbell will not be returning for Scream 6. And it's very possible she might not ever return. And I'm going to talk about it obviously here right now. But guys, if you haven't already, please be sure to shoot that like button, subscribe to the channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. I will be doing a live stream later on tonight talking about where does Scream 6 go from here, like the direction of Scream 6. So be sure to check your notification icons for that notification. Um, but before I get into the whole debacle of why she's not returning, a lot of us in the community already thought that she wasn't going to return for this movie, or she would have a very minimal role like she did in 5, or she'd have a very lesser role in terms of a cameo, a few seconds, maybe a phone call, something like that, etc. So we already kind of figured Neve Campbell wasn't going to return for this movie, or she obviously wouldn't be that much involved, only in a minimal role. However, what we didn't prepare for, what we did not prepare for, is why the reason why she'd not be returning for Scream 6. So shout out to my one of my subscribers and a friend of mine, Jackie Elaine, for putting when I was doing my Shoot at Me Monday live stream not too long ago. If you want to check the playback for that stream, she notified me that basically news came out that Neve wasn't returning to Scream 6. And like literally when I went live for Shoot at Me Monday is when that news had gotten broke across Google and across the internet, etc., whatever. So I'm going to read you guys the article that I read, whatnot, and quote exactly what Neve had to say in this article. And I think it's very telling and important for the future and why I believe she might not return for another Scream film at all. So let's get into the article. From Bloody Disgusting, Neve Campbell confirms she won't return to Scream Fit for Scream 6 with official statement. Take a swing here. And usually, guys, I usually don't. I usually have music in the background. Usually don't, show my face on my normal, uploading videos. But this is great news, and I really wanted to touch on it. And this is just the fastest way I can do it. I didn't feel like having to go through, all that, get this video out. I just wanted to, quick overlay in the back of me on the green screen and just shoot from the hip. So, as we told you earlier this morning, we had been hearing that the rumors were true. Neve Campbell would be returning for Scream 6. Campbell now is that official. Campbell tells Deadline this afternoon, sadly, I won't be making the next Scream film. The actress continues, as a woman, I have had to work extremely hard in my career to establish my value, especially when it comes to Scream. I felt the offer that was presented to me did not equate to what I have brought to the franchise. Very, very important. It's been a very difficult decision to move on. To all my Scream fans, I love you. You've always been so incredibly supportive to me. I'm forever grateful to you and to what this franchise has given me over the past 25 years as Campbell. This makes Scream 6 the very first film in the franchise to not feature heroine Cindy Prescott. The new sequel brings Ghostface back to theaters March 31st, 2023. Okay, guys, so obviously let's say I am very disappointed in the reasoning why she will not be returning back. It's just like in sports when you have a player who has performed, or a coach who has performed and exceeded expectations at the highest level, you pay them what they're worth and maybe even then some. It's safe to say, and I'd like to think as Scream fans, we all can agree with this, and maybe some of you won't agree, but without Courtney, Neve, and David, Scream 5 doesn't sell with the new characters. You had to bring the OG3 back to entice the old school audience to come back and park their asses into the seats of the movie theaters, because you run too much of the risk with the new characters not identifying enough, even with the newer audience as well, who doesn't know the Scream franchise. You had to bring the OG3 back, especially Neve, because she's the queen of the franchise, in order to sell the way Scream 5 sold. I'm really starting to believe that this was their plan, Spyglass, from the beginning, to bring the OG3 back for Scream 5, only to sell those tickets. And then obviously we killed David off in Scream 5, which I mean, as a fan, do you like it? No, but you understand why they had to do it, for shock value, and one of them had to die. But keep in mind the way they went about it with David, in terms of not telling him much about how his character was going to die, or if he was going to die or not, up until like basically the last minute, and not giving him an opportunity to have insight on that direction and maybe even say no. They didn't give him a chance to, you know, flex his legacy character power as he should be allowed to do. You kill him off, and now if you're not bringing Nev back because she feels like the offer and the money isn't there, how are you going to afford Courtney? Especially when Nev is she's the star. She's the franchise. So she's going to demand more money than Courtney. So if you can't afford Nev, even though Courtney comes at a lesser price, that's not a cheap lesser price. So I doubt Courtney is going to be in this movie as well. And I am just, as a fan, I'm very disappointed by that. I feel like that was purposely done because they want to take this franchise in their own direction, and I respect that. I don't respect the way you're doing it. I don't. And hey, who am I to say, what decisions, they should make? You know what I mean? It's just my opinion. I don't agree with the decision making that they made. It's my opinion. I don't like it. I don't like it in terms of, you got to give these characters, these actors, far more respect than what you're giving them. They given too much to the franchise for you to just say, okay, here, hey, we made all this money from Scream 5, but we had to spend a little bit more money to make this budget, so we can't pay you the way you want to be paid. So either you take the offer or you leave it. I don't like that. In my opinion, if you just wanted to take the franchise in your own direction, you shouldn't have brought the OG3 back to begin with. You knew once this movie made money, they were going to want an increase in pay as well. You knew that. That comes with the territory, especially with the brand of Neve Campbell, with the brand of Cindy Prescott's character. Especially if that Scream 5 movie makes money, that only is going to increase her value even more, especially because the fans want to see her back at some point in the franchise. And the reason why I make the argument, will she ever return to the franchise again, is because she might feel slighted. She might feel some type of way. She might not want to come back to the table and do business because of them deciding, we want to lowball you like this and treat you like you're not shit. It's appalling. It really, really it is. And I'm starting to really feel like I'm starting to really feel like the OG3 coming back in Scream 5 was just a pawn in their game to make this movie and take it into their own direction with the whole franchise. And like I said, I'm not opposed to you guys going in a whole new direction. But if that was the case, you should have never brought the OG3 back and you should have just centered Scream 5 around an entirely new cast of characters, somewhat like you did, but you should have added on to that and just took it in a completely different direction. You shouldn't have had Skeet Ulrich in it. You shouldn't have had all the references to the past. None of it. So, guys, as I said earlier, I'm going to delve more deep into it, in terms of where the state of the Scream franchise is heading. I'm not going to delve deep into that here. We're going to save that for the live stream. So, like I said, keep tune in, keep an eye on your notification icons for that stream. You know what I mean? Because I definitely would love to see my loyal subscribers, new followers. Definitely tune in for that stream later on. Keep an eye on your notification icon because I think we have a lot to unpack here. You know what I mean? And it's really, really appalling and heartbreaking, just given the circumstances. You know what I mean? Like, it's very disrespectful to me, in my opinion. But that's my opinion, you guys. I want to hear your guys' opinion. Hit the comment section and let me know what you guys think about this news. Do you guys agree with the way that Spyglass went about the contract offering for Neve Campbell? Do you agree that they made the right decision based on the increase in their budget? Um, are you upset that she's not returning to the movie? Are you happy she's not returning to the franchise in the movie? Hit the comment section. I want to hear from you guys. But once again, you guys, this is a Shot 'em Six Times YouTube horror movie channel. I'm your host, Marcus. Please be sure to shoot that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. As well, shoot that notification icon so you get all the latest content updates to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Thank you for watching.